Kids and cadets, welcome back to Tommy Time. What I have on my table is a STIHL HL Lima 94 kilo. So I was going to say Scrapper. He says he's a tree service guy. He's been bringing me some two-cycle junk sporadically. He brought me a lawnmower, a Hitachi blower, which I fixed right away, a home light, weed eater. He brought me 2 Echo weed eaters with parts missing. So I wasn't quite up and moving this morning. Knock on the door and it was him. He had this. So I didn't have any change. I was going to give him 10 for it. I gave him 20, so maybe I'll never see him again. I says, I'll give you 10 for this. He said he didn't have any change. So what I've done already on this is just degreased it. This was originally sold at Preferred Turf Equipment. I know the business, have not done business with them. 850 Cattleman Road, Sarasota, Florida, where every customer is a preferred customer. So they're a STIHL dealer. I think they're a Toro dealer, possibly, Easy Mark. They're a commercial sales and service establishment. So I ran the numbers on this. I couldn't figure out the date on this because it's kind of beat up. So I go run the number and it comes back as a hedge trimmer. And now I'm seeing right here HL94 hedge trimmer, but it's got a weed whip tip, so I'm assuming they got rid of the 24-inch hedge trimmer blade and they converted it to a weed whipper. This is a 24cc and it weighs 12 pounds. Like I said, I'm not sure I could see it now. I couldn't before. DOM, data manufacturer, 6th month of 2018. So degreased it, blew it off with some compressed air. Noticed right away when I picked it up to pull it over to see if it would pull over. It did pull over. We got a broken bulb. So I degrease what I could see, and then went ahead and took the cover off and filter. So a lot of dirt here and back here. I didn't get this on my initial cleaning. So no maintenance. There appears to be liquid in here. Yeah, there is fuel down there. It does look green. So I ran my compression tester, used an adapter from the multi-pressure test kit on my small engine, and we had 90 psi. So this thing may be questionable if it's going to run or not. So I mixed up some fresh 25-1 this week. Probably this thing has been sitting. He said he would normally fix stuff and bring it to the pawn shop, but I think this guy's just a guy with a lot of hot air, because the last mower he brought me, it looked like it was submerged. The carburetor was full of white dust of death. It was totally solid and corroded. So I think he's just a bullshitter guy. So since I know I got 90, which is probably slightly below what I would want 100 and above, I'm just going to take some of this 25-1 mix and direct inject through the carburetor put the choke to full open and just see if this thing kicks off. I may have a anchor here, but we'll find out. So full. Okay, that's full open, so I'm ready to pour. Never worked with this style STIHL product that I can remember, but it doesn't look difficult to deal with, so we're going to deal with it. I'm going to give it a little pour, see if this kicks off. Sorry, Clucky, let me take a little bit of motivation. Oh, before I forget, been fed twice today, checking out the scene, guarding me against scrapper predators. They got to go through Kitty first, protecting me under the shade of a camo tarp. Okay, enough of that. I got Clucky and Kitty on duty. Okay, let me try to pour a little of this in here. Why don't I grab a dropper? I've got a dropper for my 50/50 Rust Buster, 50% acetone, 50% ATF. Let me get a little draw on that. Honda car just went by, a coupe. Back when I was messing with cars, I'd be out with my kids in traffic and I'd hear a certain whine or groan, and I'd tell them, well, that's a loose power steering belt, or that's a bearing, water pump bearing. They're going to have a water pump failure soon. So I heard that whine. I think they have a low on power steering fluid, possibly, or a bad power steering pump. Okay, I got a dropper full, or half full. I'm going to give it another one. This time open up the throttle. Put it back to full choke. Okay. Do I gotta hold the throttle or something? Is this a two-part process? I'll figure it out here in a second. Okay. So it's got this funny throttle control here. Plus or minus, I guess you can control your blade, because this had the hedger blade. You could control your speed here, how fast you wanted it to manipulate the hedge. Oh, okay, I see. Okay, you turn it in and push it in, and that holds it choke full close. Okay, let me pull on it. I won't hit you in the chin. Okay, so it's got a momentary switch for the stop. It's not a slider, it's just a push down, so we're good there. I put the plug back in. I didn't want any water in the cylinder when I hose this off, so we're good here. Oh, guess I gotta hold it down a little bit better. Why ain't this popping off? Okay, there it goes. It popped off. Gave it a little gas, it pops the choke out. So this thing's purring with 90 psi. Kind of surprised. I didn't know what I was going to get with this. Shaking up my motivation drink. Let's put it down here. So maybe just a carb clean. I'll go through it. Maybe I don't have to. Just change out the broken primer bulb. Okay, so I turn the wheel all the way up to fast. Down here at negative, it wasn't letting me give it full throttle. So that's how this works. This just controls how fast you can move your throttle button. So I think this was a home run, actually. I bought a 10-pack of these, so I'm going to put a new filter on it. When I started messing with the 2-cycle junk, I went ahead and bought some common filters. I'll clean this up, and I think we're doing good. Kind of surprised. So yeah, $10. I'm happy. I'm really happy. For a minute there with 90 psi, I thought I got snookered. But it's idling on its own. I'll finish cleaning up behind the air filter where I didn't reach earlier. Degreaser under here. Hit my stop button, it kills the coil. Wow. For best performance, use unleaded gas with an octane of 89 or higher. This is probably way back when they hadn't even contemplated ethanol fuel. So there you go. Clucky's guarding me. I think Kitty's on the prowl. Kitty got up maybe when I started this beast. Kitty's not used to 2-cycle equipment yet. Kitty appears ran off. Okay, it's up on the front deck drinking water. I got a bowl of water, so Kitty needed to hydrate. I'm gonna do the same thing. Okay, so I'll mark this one 90 psi so I know it's been tested and run, and go to town on the cracked primer bulb. So this guy probably found this on the side of the road, I'm guessing. As with what he's been bringing me, it looks like all side of the road specials. So I'm not sad about this $10 unit, originally from Preferred Turf Equipment Inc., Sarasota, Florida. If you want to call them and tell them they sold good equipment, 941-371-2966. Okay, I'm going to get busy, do a little more work to this thing. You guys have a good day. Like I said, I'm happy with this 24-inch hedge trimmer slash converted to weed whip head. Have a good day today. See you. Tip your waitress and wait staff. They deserve it. Adios, amigos.